Welcome to Lesson 10. This is where your repo stops being a filing cabinet and starts doing the work for you. GitHub Actions is CI/CD baked right into GitHub. Write 5 lines of YAML, push your code, and your tests run automatically. Every push, every pull request, even on a schedule, linters, builds, deployments, all triggered by Git events. Free for public repos, 2,000 minutes a month for private. Let's get into it. Here's the deal. 4 skills by the end of this lesson. First, you'll read a workflow YAML file fluently. Name, on, jobs, steps, the 4 keys behind every automation. Second, you'll write your own action, live in about 60 seconds. Third, you'll pull from the marketplace 20,000 pre-built blocks so you compose instead of reinvent. And fourth, the senior move. When CI fails, you'll know exactly where to click and what to read. Before any YAML, lock in this mental model. Trigger, workflow, jobs, steps. An event fires, a push, a pull request, a schedule, or a manual click. That event starts a workflow file living in .github/workflows. The workflow holds jobs, which run in parallel by default. Each job holds steps, which run in sequence, 4 layers, 1 direction. Once this clicks, every actions file you ever read just falls into place. Now watch that model become real in 12 lines. Name is just the label you'll see in the Actions tab. On defines the triggers. Here, every push and every pull request. Jobs holds 1 job called test, running on a free Ubuntu VM. Steps run top to bottom. Check out the code, set up node, install, then test. 2 keywords carry the weight. Uses pulls a pre-built block from the marketplace, and run is just a shell command. Save it, push it, and your repo starts working for you. That on line is where everything starts. So let's break down your 6 main options. Push fires on every commit anywhere. Great for tests. Pull request runs before merge, the standard CI gate. Scope it to branches like main when you only want production deploys. Schedule uses cron for nightly jobs. Workflow dispatch gives you a manual button in the UI. And release fires when you publish a tag, perfect for shipping binaries. Match the trigger to the goal, or you'll burn CI minutes for nothing. Here's the secret that separates beginners from pros. You don't write actions from scratch. The marketplace has over 20,000 pre-built ones. Checkout clones your repo. That's step 1 in nearly every workflow. Set up node and set up Python install runtimes in a single line. Cache speeds installs from 30 seconds to 5. Docker build push handles your whole image pipeline, and Action GH release ships binaries the moment you tag. Find it, paste the uses line. Done. Now let's shape this like production. 3 jobs. Test and lint run in parallel. Both fire the moment you push to main. Deploy waits, because of that magic keyword needs. It blocks until both green check. And notice the secret. Deploy token never lives in your code. You set it once in settings. GitHub injects it at runtime. That's the real-world shape. Parallel where you can, sequential where you must, secrets where they belong. Once you've got the basics down, here are 6 moves that separate hobby workflows from production ones. Matrix builds test node 18, 20, and 22 in parallel from a single file. Secrets injection keeps tokens out of YAML. Conditionals run steps only on the right branch. Caching turns a 60-second install into 5. Concurrency cancels stale runs the moment you push again. And local custom actions let you bundle reusable steps right inside your repo. Small additions, huge payoff. Pin this slide. 12 patterns, the entire CI/CD vocabulary on one screen. Left column is structure, name, manual dispatch, job dependencies, secrets. Middle column is the spine, push triggers, jobs, steps using marketplace actions, conditionals. Right column is the power, pull request triggers, the runner OS, shell commands, and matrix builds. Read it left to right, and you've basically read every workflow you'll ever write. Now the mistakes. 5 ways juniors burn through CI minutes and break their workflows. Number 1, never commit secrets to YAML. Once it's pushed, it lives in Git history forever. 2, skipping the cache means every push reinstalls dependencies from scratch. 3, triggering on every push runs the whole pipeline on draft branches nobody cares about. 4, pinning actions to README means someone else's update silently breaks your build. Always pin a version. And 5, the simplest one. When the red X appears, click it. Read the log. The error is almost always right there. Theory's done. Your turn. 3 exercises building on each other. First, create .github/workflows/ci.yml with the 12-line example push and watch the green check appear. Second, add a matrix on Node versions 18, 20, and 22, 1 push, 3 parallel jobs. Third, grab the badge URL from the Actions UI and drop it into your README. By the end, you've got a live green check on every push. That's the portfolio piece. And that's lesson 10 in the bag. You've got the spine, trigger, workflow, jobs, steps, a 12-line action under your belt, the marketplace at your fingertips, and the vocabulary for secrets, matrix, and cache. Your repo isn't a filing cabinet anymore. It's a worker. Next up, lesson 11. Team workflows, feature branches, trunk-based versus Git flow, and how 10+ developers ship to the same repo without chaos. See you there.